right thing. So no surprise that he tells Pam Oliver that this was no big deal. You wonder what he told his teammates once he got back inside the locker room. Don't have to wonder anymore. Here's a look.
Number 5.
This right here defines team, man. This defines team. You know, despite whatever's happened in the last couple of weeks, this right here showed how tough we really are. Defense, we really appreciate you. In the second half, offensively, we're going to get it together, and it starts with me. But I just want to say, definitely, this right here defines team. And this was something we can feed off of going into the rest of the season. We are number 1 in the NFC, so we're going to stay up there. Everybody make mistakes in their lifetime, and they made one last year, so thank you. Absolutely.
What's going on, TTC? And before I get to my Hate Week video, I want to ask the TTC and YouTube and all my viewers this question. Why is it that when all the mainstream Redskin video makers were making their videos, how come the majority of them had the Philadelphia Eagles as their least hated team in this division? Why do you think that is? I don't know, honestly, but my best guess is because a lot of the best players they've ever had came from us. That would be my best guess. You see, the Washington Recycle Skins like to recycle our talent and recycle the NFC East talent. The NFC East, we park in the normal parking spots. The Washington Redskins park in the disabled parking lot. That's what they park. So that's my question to you guys, though. Why is it that when the guys like Psycho, guys like HTTR, guys like Roby Reds, guys like Tall Stack, who all disappeared after the 2017 season, and you could probably guess why was it that the Philadelphia Eagles were their least hated team in this division? My guess is because a lot of the best players that they've had recently, and historically, even at that, came from us. You guys are a bunch of bums. So for the idiots and the morons that are now watching this video and didn't know who was speaking in the beginning of this clip, that was Donovan McNabb. Donovan McNabb being the best quarterback the Redskins have had in the salary cap era. So you see, that answers the question. A lot of your best players recently did come from us. We gave you Donovan McNabb. And yes, in the salary cap era, since 1994, that has been the best quarterback to ever wear the Redskin uniform. And he was a Philadelphia Eagle. Yes, and your next best quarterback is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is not better than Donovan McNabb. Has Kirk Cousins been to 5 NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl? Until he's been to 1, he's not in the discussion of Donovan McNabb as a body of work. Not Donovan McNabb, better than Rex Grossman, better than Jason Campbell, better than Robert Griffin III, better than Tim Hasselbeck, better than Gus, right? Gus had 1 Pro Bowl. Again, McNabb had 5 NFC title games and a Super Bowl. Donovan McNabb is the best quarterback, like I said, that you've had since 1994. That's how trash your team has been. That's how garbage your quarterback situation is. And guess what? It's not even better because you got Case Keenum coming into our house. And like I said, until Kirk Cousins makes it to 5 NFC Championship games in the Super Bowl, or even 1, okay? Because Kirk Cousins sucks. All right, Case Keenum, the quarterback you got now, he went 13-3 and went to the NFC Championship game with the Vikings. Kirk Cousins with that Vikings team goes 8-7-1 and misses the playoffs. Okay, like I said, Donovan McNabb, the best quarterback you've had in the salary cap era, where did he come from? Deshaun Jackson, your best deep threat wide receiver that your team has ever had, where did he come from? You see, you don't care about the Eagles, and you don't hate the Eagles until you sign one of our guys or trade for one of our guys. Because like I said, you recycle talent. Lord knows how many Cowboy players you've recycled. Lord knows how many Giants players you've recycled. And we already know the players that you've tried taking from us. Zach Brown even admitted in his presser when we signed him was that the Redskins are obsessed with us. And it makes sense. It all makes sense now. And dare I say, can I make an argument that your best quarterback ever, Sonny Jurgensen, in the leather helmet days, dare I say that he's the best quarterback you've ever had? Where did he come from? So your best quarterback in this salary cap era, and your best quarterback of all time, both of them debatably came from Philadelphia. So I don't know, maybe if you guys want to get relevant again, because you haven't had a season of above 10 wins since 91. Since 91, you have not been to an NFC title game, and you've not had a season above 10 wins. So maybe if you want to get relevant again, maybe you should trade and sign a Philadelphia quarterback. Maybe you should have signed Nick Foles if you guys wanted to get relevant again. Because, to be honest, that's the only time you win, it seems like to me. Now, TTC, I ask you this again. Remember when the Washington Redskins had that 5-game winning streak on the Philadelphia Eagles? Philadelphia Eagle video makers, you remember all those Redskins fans typing in their comment section saying 2 guaranteed wins a season, saying how we can't beat them, and just running their mouths all over our comment section? Which was because of Deshaun Jackson, by the way. We swept you the year before you got him, and we've beaten you every time ever since he's left, which is 4 times in a row now. So we swept you the year before you got him, and we've beaten you ever since he's left, which has been 4. 4 times in a row we've beaten you ever since Deshaun Jackson left. And every single one of those 5 games, except for one of them, was a 1-possession game. So clearly Deshaun Jackson, the reason being that you guys swept us, and again, came from us. Right? We basically gave you him. Chip Kelly handed you Deshaun Jackson, essentially. Guys, that has been the Redskins' most impressive accomplishment in this era of football. Because, like I said, they haven't had a season above 10 wins. And they haven't been to an NFC title game since 91. So that has been the most impressive thing the Redskins have done, is beating the Eagles 5 times in a row. Now, I want to ask you this. Since the Redskins were all over my comment section, all their video makers were all over me as I had to crow to them 5 times in a row. Now that we've beaten them 4 times in a row, have you guys ever seen an Eagles video maker brag about beating the Redskins 4 times in a row? Do you know you want to know why that is? It's because we have standards. And we've been relevant. That's why. That's not our most impressive accomplishment, is beating the Washington Redskins 4 times in a row. Beating us 5 times in a row, that was your biggest accomplishment, though. That was your thing to hang your hat on. And ever since we've beaten you guys 4 times in a row, and ever since we won the Super Bowl, all you big-name guys are gone. And good riddance. Because your team is trash. Your fans have always been trash up on here. Bet Welchers, screensavers, and a bunch of idiots. I remember Kirk Cousins was an MVP candidate, according to some of you shit-skin fans out there. Get a grip. You're going to get destroyed this week. You are going to get smacked in Philadelphia this Sunday. If Case Keenum only scored 7 points against us when he had the best 3rd down defense of all time since 1971, when he had Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, Jarius Wright, and Kyle Rudolph, all that talent, and he scored 7 points on us, you think he's going to do anything with the Washington Redskins? Oh yeah, and with Trent Williams holding out, right? You couldn't keep the best player that you guys have. The most talented player on your roster is not even playing this week. You know, Case Keenum and Haskins and your quarterbacks, they're the most important people on your team because they're a quarterback. But the most talented player on your roster is Trent Williams. And I actually low-key respect him. He plays offensive line like how you should, which is physical and nasty and fights after the whistle. But you don't even have Trent Williams, who's your best player. That's your most talented player on your roster, and you can't even keep him around. Your front office is a joke. You will never, I repeat, look me in the eyes, Redskins fans, right now, if you're watching this video. You will never win a Super Bowl with Dan Snyder running your organization. You got rid of one of the best talent evaluators in Scott McClellan. You already self-sabotaged yourself. You will never win a Super Bowl with Daniel Snyder as the owner of your team. You know it, I know it, the entire NFL knows it. You're a dumpster fire. You're going to get destroyed this week. How are you going to block Brandon Graham, Derek Barnett, Vinny Curry, and our defensive ends? Who's going to block Fletcher Cox and Malik Jackson? Zach Brown knows your offense like a book. He has running back speed who's going to light your running backs up. Who's going to account for Nigel Bradham? Which tight end is going to get open on Malcolm Jenkins? Our corners suck, but your receivers are worse. What's Case Keenum going to do? What's your secondary going to do against Zach Ertz? Zach Ertz does not own a team more than you guys. The Washington Redskins have never been able to stop Zach Ertz. Never. And it's going to continue. Oh yeah, by the way, Deshaun Jackson's back with us now. Alshon Jeffrey is going to roast your number 2 or even your number 1 corner, Josh Norman. Nelson Aguilar in the slot is going to run crisp routes all over your slot corner. Like I said, you got nobody to cover Ertz and Goddard. And Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders are going to run the ball down your throats. We have the offensive line to contain your impenetrable D-line, which the Washington Redskins, they've been hyping up their defense every year here in the TTC. They are 3 years away being removed from having the worst third down defense of all time. Okay, every year the Redskins fans hype up their defense, and what has it gotten them? Nothing. Zero. Carson Wentz is about to dance and scramble all over your defense. Right? You have no answers for our weapons. Too many weapons. Too many weapons, too many defensive linemen. We're a better coach team at home as well, and you're going to get destroyed this week. The line is Philadelphia Eagles -9. -9 for a week 1 divisional round game. Vegas knows you're going to get destroyed. I know you're going to get destroyed. The entire NFL knows it. You can't cover our weapons. The quarterback situation right now is a clear mismatch. Carson Wentz is miles ahead of Case Keenum. The only thing you guys got that's even remotely and even debatably better than ours is running back. And that's because you have Adrian Peterson, who's a generational talent. But even at that, the collective force of Jordan Howard, Miles Sanders, Corey Clement, Darren Sproles is still too much for you. Zach Ertz has always been too much for you. Dare I say what Deshaun Jackson did the first play with Michael Vick against you guys when we lit up your scoreboard like a Christmas tree at your house and dropped 59 points? You're going to get destroyed this week. You got nothing on us. And I dare a Redskins fan to make a response and try to argue everything I said. Because everything I said in this video has been facts. Deron Payne is not going to do anything on Jason Kelsey. Ryan Kerrigan is not going to do anything on Lane Johnson. Montez Sweat against Jason Peters. You have a rookie pass rusher going up against a first ballot Hall of Famer in Jason Peters. Everything, it's all a mismatch for you. We are by far the superior team. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to mop the floor with the Washington Redskins Sunday. And I dare Redskins fans to come at me. I dare one of you guys to come out. Because, goddamn it, I crowed you guys 5 times in a row. And I was here. Shoes on the other foot now. You're all gone. That's a bitch-made-ass team that throws bitch-made-ass cheap shots at her players as well. Overall, just a bitch.